All right, today's video is on the 2550s that run the Kohler diesels on them, the newer Kohlers. So it is, let's see what model this is. The D1803T. T stands for turbo, okay? So there's something you need to know about these motors. Everything's great on the motors. I made other videos showing you about the fuel system, if it runs rough, what you're gonna be looking for, and how to diagnose it. You can look it up. Well, I'll put a link into it about those at the end of the video. But if you get into a situation where, let's say you go to start the machine, you turn the key, and you hear everything's energizing, but you turn it further and you get nothing going to the starter, I'm going to tell you where your problem is. The problem, well, you can hear the fuel pump is running there for a second. So you know power's running to everything. You hear the electric fuel pump. But here's the deal. All these vibrate a lot. All stump grinders and machinery, bobcats, all that stuff. They go through a lot of abuse, all right? But here the fuse box and relays are mounted to the top of the engine, all right? So they're getting a lot of vibration. There's two bolts here. There's one bolt there, one bolt there. Always check to make sure those bolts are there and they're tight. They go to a rubber isolator to keep the vibrations down. But what happens, if you get that no start, and it'll list you here what each relay is and everything, the ones running to your starter, that wire will have vibrated and got loose in there, not having a good connection. But say you're stuck, you're out, you're using a piece of machinery or a stump grinder and you want to put it back on the trailer, but you shut it off and now it won't start. Now you're like, what am I going to do? Before you get crazy, the emergency thing is you turn on your key there, all the electronics are on. You can jump the machine from right here, this cap, you pull it off, that's running your positive. Just have a jumper wire, all right? And then you can go from right there, from your starter cell, and you see the white one there, to here. Boom, it'll start right up, you take the wire off, and the motor, it'll completely run, all right? So that's where you're gonna find your problem. Now, if you wait too long and let this thing vibrate so much so it wiggles in there and it can't be repaired inside here, you'll need a wiring harness. The wiring harness for these is about $1,600 and it's a pain in the ass. This wire is running all the way down through here. I'm just letting you know, all right? So always look here when you're doing at least your weekly. Make sure everything's tight. And those two bolts I told you about over here, put a little bit of Loctite on them and screw them back in. Right? That'll keep it, just like motorcycles, you use Loctite on because they vibrate like a son of a gun. Same thing with these. All right? So that's your little tidbit today for that. And that's the emergency, whatever. This machine I'm going to be getting rid of this machine because I've got 4 stump grinders. So I rotate my machines out. I'll be getting rid of this one probably in November, right? So all I'm doing today is sharpening some teeth there. I've got a hole in one tire. Oh, another thing. If you do buy machines or you got a machine, make sure to foam fill the insides. The 2 insides that you take off to go through a gate, very important. Those are the ones you want foam filled. The outsides, I got them on my newer machine. All 4 of them are foam filled. When I'm pulling off a deal, it weighs like 60 pounds a tire, trust me. They are heavy. So I suggest only foam filling the insides and the 2 fronts. All right, and the 2 outer ones, don't foam fill them, all right? Just take it from an old fart, I'm just letting you know. And I gotta buy new decals for this thing because, the sun and the heat out here and the fuel and the hydraulic fluid, it pulls off decals. So I'll peel them off and put new decals on it. All right, let me show you. This week we start the giveaway again. I don't even know what today's date is. Let me look it up, hold on a minute. All right, today's Sunday the 18th. This will run all the way until next Sunday, the 25th. And these are the Stump Grinding Mafia t-shirts. It's free. All you got to do to win one is any place in the world I'll ship these off to, okay? Is you got to make a comment. You got to be a subscriber. All right? And then I randomly draw through a YouTube I show you in the past. It's a comment picker. So you've got to make a comment, you've got to be a subscriber, and you got to like the video in order to win. All right? So that's your chance. I don't care how many times you comment. All right? And then I'll draw it, and I always draw it. Next Sunday morning, I show you on the computer how I pick it, all right? So you got one person's got a chance to win a shirt anywhere around the world. That's the back of the shirt, and this is the one I actually wear, but you'll get a brand new one. And there's the front. Now, all I have left in sizes are, hold on, all I got left in sizes are larges and extra larges, okay? And they're quality fabric, the ones that I have already that's produced, not the ones you can order online from the bottom of the videos. So it's my way of giving back. There's no strings attached to anything. So just want to tell you all, God bless you. Thank you. And it's 100 and something degrees. I can't wait for this summer to be over. I haven't been doing much in the shop, but I have been forcing myself to finish some projects. So I finished, I'll show you, hold on. The top you're looking of is from what I did last week. I'm not going to show you the other parts of it. I finished the top of the bar. I'll be working on this week, and I will have half of it completed by next week's video, where I tell you who won the shirt, okay? So let me get back to this. All I'm going to do here is I've got to fix a leak of tire there, which I'll put a plug in it, and she'll be going out tomorrow to work with us. And then I'll bring in my other ones in. I rotate them to service them and keep them running and all. These things are very, 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 with another very high maintenance machines, okay? So you have to, if you're in this game, you got to learn how to fix your stuff. Otherwise, you're out of the game. And if you want to do this professionally and you want to be a stump grinder and do just stump grinding, honestly, you got to have two machines. You got to have either an older backup machine and you know, the newer machine, because sometimes even like one of my new machines is down right now. I had it's just a faulty deal to where the metal, I don't know what it was, of crack or whatever in the subframe system, and it snapped off. It's covered under warranty, and I had to send it to a shop here in town to cover the warranty. You know, I'm not a service shop, I'm you, okay? So they're gonna complete it, and they gotta order the parts, and also it'll be down probably a week and a half, 2 weeks. The parts gotta come all the way from Michigan. So no big thing for me because I've got backup machines, right? So when that one comes back, and I'll pull, and this one will go out, I'll have it, my other one, I'll do some service on it too. The front ends on the 2550s, you need to watch them. They, the newer motors, either one, the Kohler or the Kubotas, they're heavier engines, all right? So it takes a lot of wear on them. I'll show you what wears out on them on maybe a video in the next couple of weeks that you need to be aware of, and that's why you need to learn how to do your own maintenance, okay? God bless you. Thanks for hanging around. See you on the next one, man.